Welcome to this video, which will give you some ideas about the details of the remote missionary training options that are a part of the proposal for virtual classrooms that will be used across Latin America. I hope that you either have had or will have the opportunity to watch the other video that is available, giving a live demonstration of how this particular project works with hardware and software. As we think about the remote training sessions and the classes, seminars, and various ways that we can interact with students in Latin America without leaving home, the primary needs that are addressed by the proposal are to reduce the cost of churn of constant travel in order to do training. That will reduce training costs, it will improve training efficiency, and we will be able to spread the gospel more effectively with increased training opportunities. It will be possible for a well-qualified person to be present more often in any particular location. The remote training with web conferencing or virtual classrooms not only reduces churn or travel, it also will improve efficiency by eliminating travel time, travel costs, and it will be less necessary for a teacher to repeat again and again the same teaching at multiple locations. The travel costs obviously will be lessened. One of the advantages that I really like is that one training center or one teacher, professor, one conference leader can support multiple remote locations simultaneously without any travel. And especially I like the idea that a well-qualified teacher could be present in a certain location every Saturday for a month, so that it would not be necessary to find 4 or 5 consecutive days, but that the people in the local congregation would be able to be trained in a regular weekly meeting. The results of the testing that was done professionally used the following software options: free conference call, there is no monthly fee. Skype, again, it is free. GoToMeeting, there is a slight cost. 8x8 web conferencing is also free, and Zoom is free for personal or non-profit use. In testing all of those options, Zoom followed by 8x8 and then followed by GoToMeeting were the recommended options. Overviewing the concept of the virtual classroom, web conferencing, web instruction allows people in remote areas to see and hear one another as though they were in the same room. They become part of a virtual classroom. This can be done with a remote teacher, and then what happens is we either have a class that meets in a certain location where several people are together, or we can bring together individuals from remote locations. There could be someone involved in the class from 6 different countries in Latin America, all at the same time, using their own computers in their own homes with a web connection. The systems that are used, Zoom in this example, provide a means to allow students to interact directly with each other and with the students. Now, the following pages give us some ideas as to how this would look and how it would feel. For example, on the left, we have a picture of what the classroom would be like. This is what the teacher would be seeing, or this is what individual students would be seeing if they were participating at the same time that there was a class meeting. You can see what the picture of the screen would look like if there were, in this case, 9 participants, each of them in their individual locations. The recommended approaches support both conference table grouped users and also the individual remote users. Here are some views that the speaker could see. One would be of the classroom, although there are no students in the classroom. On the left, you can see the speaker, and in this particular case, you get to see everyone, and it may be difficult to see, but the speaker is highlighted in this particular view. In this case, we have the conference location, the remote conference location highlighted. Here is a view only of the speaker, for example. The speaker has a number of options to use, for example, the whiteboard, to use a board that he can show on his computer. He can write on it, he can share notes. He can also give outlines. He can write and others can see as he writes, or he can use applications such as PowerPoint or video clips. There are several options. Using this particular technology, it's possible to record the presentations in MP4 files. The conference leader can do this simply by pushing the button that says record. The conference leader, the host, sets up the meeting, and then the meeting is joined by the students. It's possible to do that from a seminar page that is hosted on a website. For example, I can put on my website a specific page of invitation, and it's possible then for the students only to have to click on the link, or it can be sent by email on a web link, or a student could go to the Zoom page and enter a code, or it could be done by invitation by calendar. Those meetings can be pre-planned, or they can happen pretty much on the spur of the moment. So as you think about examples, just quickly in case that some may not understand exactly what I just tried to say, here's an example of what it looks like if you put the link on a web page. Here's an example of what it looks like if you send an email. Or here is an example of what it might look like if you had to go to the Zoom meeting and had to enter a code. Here is a calendar invitation in which someone again only has to click the meeting link in the invitation. So there are a lot of different ways for people to participate. Various systems were tested and found to be suitable for use, but when we think about the software that works best, Zoom and 8x8 seem to be the best ones, and that decision is based on cost, quality, and ease of use. So here are some final suggestions. I think we should test the software and the seminar lessons in a representative environment with typical members in order to see for certain what is going to be happening and how useful this may be. To think briefly about the other video that is available, there is a demonstration available that includes 3 stations: the station of the remote instructor, the station of the class of students, and also a station for individual students, and that is all available in the other video. If you would like more information, or if you would like to set up a test session or a test class, if you would like to participate in some of the initial rollout of this particular model of the virtual classroom, I encourage you to contact me. You can see the information of contact. Here's how you can write me by email. You can also see my phone number, U.S. number. That's also my number for WhatsApp. You can contact me on Facebook by Messenger. And I hope that we might be able to find in some of this technology that's available today a good way for us to teach more people in more places with more frequency, that we might be well trained, that we might be well equipped, that we might know best how to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, best how to grow our local churches, and how we can share together the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching. Again, God bless you. I pray that this might be useful as we strive to serve in the kingdom.